You picked up your phone to check one notification. That was 40 minutes ago. You don't remember deciding to keep scrolling, you just did. This isn't a willpower problem. The real reason is far stranger than you think. Your brain is running a search system built for a world that no longer exists. A system designed to find food in unpredictable places. And a glowing rectangle in your hand has learned to trigger it perfectly, thousands of times a day, without your permission. It's called a variable reward loop, and you are inside one right now. Neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz spent years studying dopamine, the brain chemical everyone blames for pleasure. But his research found something stranger. Dopamine doesn't spike when you get a reward, it spikes when you don't know if you're going to get one. Predictable rewards barely move it at all. Uncertain ones send it soaring. Your brain isn't chasing pleasure. It's chasing the possibility of pleasure. That difference changes everything. Why would evolution build a system like this? Because for most of human history, finding food meant searching. Berries weren't in the same bush every day. Prey didn't wait in the same clearing. Your ancestors who felt a small thrill from uncertain searching, who kept walking, kept checking, kept looking under one more leaf, were the ones who found enough to survive. The ones who got bored easily and gave up did not. So evolution wired a reward into the searching itself. Not just the finding, the looking. That system still exists inside you. It just doesn't know the difference between a berry bush and a phone screen. Psychologist B.F. Skinner discovered exactly how powerful this wiring is almost a century ago. He built a simple box with a lever. Pigeons inside could press it to get food. When food came every single time the lever was pressed, the pigeons pressed it occasionally, calmly, whenever they felt hungry. But when Skinner changed the pattern, when food came randomly, sometimes after one press, sometimes after 20, something changed in the pigeons. They pressed the lever constantly, frantically. They couldn't stop. He called this a variable ratio reinforcement schedule, and it turned out to be one of the most powerful behavioral patterns ever discovered. Stronger than a fixed reward, stronger than no reward at all. Slot machines are built on this exact principle. So are loot boxes. So is your phone. Every time you pull down to refresh a feed, you're pressing Skinner's lever. Sometimes there's something interesting. Sometimes there's nothing. You never know which one it's going to be. And that uncertainty is exactly what keeps your thumb moving. Here's where it gets stranger. Psychiatrist Anna Lemke, who studies addiction and dopamine at Stanford, describes the brain as running on a kind of internal balance. Every time you get a hit of stimulation, whether from food, from a substance, or from a screen, your brain doesn't just enjoy it and stop. It compensates. It pushes back the other way, trying to return to balance. And that push creates a small dip afterward, a subtle craving for more. This is why 5 minutes of scrolling rarely feels like enough. Your brain isn't seeking new content. It's chasing its own chemical rebound. You feel it as boredom, as restlessness, as the vague sense that you should check again. But what's actually happening is your nervous system quietly asking for another pull of the lever. Think about what a feed actually is. It's not one reward. It's an infinite sequence of small, unpredictable ones. A funny video. Then nothing interesting. Then something that makes you angry. Then nothing again. Then something that surprises you. Your ancient foraging brain cannot tell the difference between this and a berry bush that sometimes has fruit and sometimes doesn't. It just knows the searching feels necessary. So it keeps searching. And unlike a real forest, this one never runs out. There's another piece to this puzzle, and it's about time itself. In the wild, searching for food had a natural stopping point. You found something, or the sun went down, or your legs got tired. There were built-in limits. Scrolling has none of these. There's no bottom of the feed. There's no moment where the environment tells your brain the search is over. The system that evolved to eventually feel satisfied to eventually rest, never receives that signal. So it just keeps running. This explains something almost everyone has felt. You didn't intend to scroll for 40 minutes. You intended to check one thing. But the moment you started searching, the ancient part of your brain took over the decision, and it doesn't know how to stop on its own. It's worth asking what this costs you. You didn't pick up your phone because you're weak. You picked it up because deep in your brain, something very old is still searching for food.